Hey, Gail.
Hey, Kat. I was thinking about putting on makeup with this grinder brush. What do you think?
I think it would be good. I think if you had a nice chocolate brown, coffee ground-esque blush, that would really accentuate your cheekbones.
Yeah, it would make me a true Italian with the coffee. Anyway.
So,
that's here nor there.
Yeah, okay, so, I think that Sylvia gets a little bad rap out in the marketplace. People think that it's a temperamental machine. It has some temperature regulation issues, but...
Temperature surfing.
Yeah, from my perspective, that is something you're going to find on any single boiler.
Right. The Gages, the Seiko Aroma.
The Espresso Dream. Anything that's a single boiler when you're working with the same steaming and brewing boiler. The Alexia.
The Alexia, same thing.
Yeah.
We happen to have a pit on this one, but yeah, same story.
So one of the things that people can run across if they're not temperature surfing, if they're latte drinkers, is that they're not refilling the boiler
after steaming.
Yeah, and so what would they see if they weren't refilling their boiler? What kind of issue would they experience?
You burn up the boiler. Not enough water around any heating element, just like your hot water heater at home.
Yeah.
And you're going to burn it up.
But how would they notice it? I mean, they're not going to know the boiler's burned up for a while, right? So in their day-to-day life,
You can know right away because it's not heating up.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, it's like bada boom, you're done. No hot water.
I see. Okay. But when we have people who are calling in and saying, hey, I can't get enough steam pressure and stuff like that, that's kind of a sign.
The other sign, yeah. If you're steaming and it loses it after about 45 seconds or 20 seconds, 30 seconds, whatever the machine is, that means that there's not enough water in the boiler to make steam.
Okay.
To produce steam.
Okay.
So one of the ways that you can do it, and this is going to serve two functions. Temperature surfing does exactly what we're talking about. It refills the boiler and gets the boiler at the right temperature for brewing after steaming.
Okay, all right. So we're going to do a demo today on the Aroma here.
Yep.
So you can show people how they would do that.
So just picture that when you're steaming, if you have this on, and when that light comes on in there, that's going to be up to steam temperature.
In the boiler, okay.
Yeah, in fact, I probably should have pushed that ahead of time to get it up to temperature, but when it comes up to temperature and then you do your steaming, and we'll pretend we've done that after that light comes on.
Okay.
You would, after you're done, dispense hot water out of the steam wand. And what that does is it refills the boiler, and it brings cold water into the boiler, which is going to reduce the temperature from about 300 degrees, which is steaming, down to around 200, which is brewing.
Got it.
So you're going to dispense enough cold water out of there, or actually it's going to be hot water, to bring turn the brew light off on this particular machine. And what that means is the boiler has kicked in to start heating it back up again.
Oh, we've got some leakage.
No, that's the way the Aroma is.
Oh, okay. All right. So now it's heated up for steam.
Yep. So, okay, we've steamed. Let's say we've steamed. Yeah, steaming. That's the facial. Put your face over the facial.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so let's pretend we're all done steaming, right?
Okay.
We turn that off.
All right.
Now the boiler is hot.
Okay.
And you have depleted X amount of water out of the boiler. These boilers are not very big.
Okay.
You've taken water off because of using the steam.
All right. So now
I would open this back up again.
Okay.
Push the coffee button, which will make hot water come out of here.
Okay.
So you pushed all that extra steam out of there, and it left room to put the water back in.
Okay. Now that little coffee light just went out. So that means that it's pulling water into the boiler now? Or it did? Or it's heating up?
It's heating up. On this particular machine, that means that cold water came in there, cooled down the boiler to a point where it kicked back in. The boiler is now on, and it's going to bring it up to brewing temperature.
I see.
On this particular machine, when the light goes on,
then you're ready to roll.
It's at the correct temperature.
Okay.
So you brought it up to the correct temperature for brewing, and that's what temperature surfing is all about, getting it at the right temperature. There can be a 15-degree variance between 200 and the low point when the boiler kicks back in, there can be as much as 15 degrees. You
Okay.
really want it to be at about that 204.
Okay.
You want it at the high end, just after it's heated up the boiler.
All right.
This is gonna be, I mean, it might be hard to understand.
Now this is back on. So now you're ready to go, and you've got a full boiler. So then
Yes.
you turn the machine off. You turn it on the next time to go steam. You're going to have a full boiler
Yeah.
warming up, and you're going to have good performance. And
Yeah,
you're not going to burn it out.
You've gotten rid of all that air in there and replaced it with water.
Great.
Make sense?
Yes. Thanks, boss.
Everybody's going to have to look at that one 3 or 4 times just to figure, maybe make sense of what I said, but just picture that you're taking water out of the boiler when you're steaming,
Yes.
but you're not replenishing it.
Yes.
And a boiler with no water is going to heat up, and you're going to ruin the coil in there, and you won't have any hot water, no espresso.
Won't be happy.
No happy. So you're replacing the water in there so that the boiler remains happy, and then you're doing the temperature surfing at the same time to get it up to the right temperature so
So you have a good shot.
Yeah, your shot sweet.
Okay. All right.
All right.
Thanks, Gail.
You're welcome.